Upward and Onward presents our Meeting at the Crossroads music series.
Hey, this is Heather Hill. So I ordered new purple petals that are fancy and I like them, and they are in my house now in a box to be put
And
on
this
my.
is for your bike. So you had a bike that had pedals on it, I guess.
Yes, I have a fabulous bike. I'll have to send you pictures of it because it's just that cool.
Okay.
And so I shipped the bike from New York to Colorado, and because I'm too scared to ride in New York anyway, so I never ride the bike. So I can ride it here. And so I took it to the place, to the bike shop up in Inwood for them to box it.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped it off, boxed it, had Bike Flight pick it up, shipped it to me here, got it here, opened the box, took it to the bike shop here to let them put it back together because I don't know how to do all that. And they put it together, and we looked down at my bike, and I said, I thought my pedals were purple because there's these boring white pedals on there. And I pulled out my picture of my bike, and of course I have my purple pedals, and these are not my purple pedals. These are white pedals. So I was like, and when I had rolled the bike into the bike shop, I was like, the guy who was at the door was like, hey, I like the purple pedals. These are cool. I'm like, thanks. So I was like, seriously? Someone took my bike pedals and swapped them out for these ugly, boring white pedals? And who does that? It's a bike shop. Come on. So I tried to call them, and their answering machine is full, and they don't actually answer any calls because they're too busy. So I emailed the guy, nobody emailed me back, and then I put it on Facebook. I was like, who does this, you know? And then I went to their Facebook page, and I left a review saying, what's up with this? You know, kind of broke it down. Ridiculous. So then, like 4 or 5, like a week later, because I got my pedals in the mail already, the owner calls or sends me an email saying, so sorry, I was really busy. I will look for your pedals. It's got to have been a mistake. It doesn't seem like it's something anybody would use in our shop. And I said, well, I already ordered new pedals, but I'll be happy to talk to you. And so I didn't hear from him for a day, but I was like, whatever, my pedals are in the mail already. And then I was like, okay, I got to go get my mail. I have a mailbox here because I travel so much to get a P.O. box. And I decided I'm going to actually ride my bike to the post office. So I ride my bike to the post office. I'm really proud of myself because I'm not exactly the most. So I ride my bike to the post office. I pick my mail. I'm riding my bike home, and I stop at a big red light because it's a busy street. And I gotta wait. And I look down at my feet, and I see bright purple pedals. And then I realize I got trick pedals. They turn purple in the sun, but then when they're in the shade, they're white. And I took them back home and rolled them in the house, and I look at my pedals fade to white. And then I'm sitting there going, oh. So now I have like blessed this person out nicely, not really, but you know, nothing over. On blast on Facebook, and I've sent him an email. And
I saw the blast on Facebook. I was like,
who does that? So, and now I've like talked about him, and people are like, yeah, that's the stupidest thing ever. And they're all like, people who live in the neighborhood. So I was just like, oh crap.
So are you able to send back the other ones?
I returned them, but more importantly, I like had to do like a whole mea culpa on their Facebook page. I like really deleted my negative comment and put it in there, said I was mistaken, blah, 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 because I can't live with that. And then my friend who had gotten up in arms over the fact that they had been so offensive had also written me like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, this is what really happened. It just was so much bigger than it needed to be because I was like, who does that?
Yeah.
So that is the conclusion of the purple pedal caper, because my pedals are trick pedals, and I had no idea because in New York, like I've had it for like 3 years, but I've only ridden it like 3 times because I'm scared of riding in New York City. And I was riding around in the park, and whenever I look down, it's bright sunlight, and my pedals are purple. And then I decided, the one time I decided I was gonna ride down the West Side Highway, I got about a half mile down the West Side Highway path, and then a guy jumps out of the bushes and like runs in the middle, like, and then runs back into the bushes, and I like stop where I am, and then he jumps back out from the bushes, stark naked. I turned my bike around and I'm like, that's the end of my ministry here on the bike. And so I didn't ride again for the last like year and a half. So it's been hanging in the...
All because of a naked man, a streaker.
I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was on drugs. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't trying to find out. Point is, I didn't like riding in New York City anyways. Too much traffic and people are crazy. That is to say that I'm not as familiar with my bike as I should have been.
See?
And so that is what happened. So the whole reason of me telling you the conclusion of the story is you're like, I sent you the emails. And I'm like, no, you didn't. I don't see them.